Hello and welcome to the channel. Volmy here, and today I want to show you some of the easier to get feats in the doomed Washington DC zone, or Legion of Doom. So one of them is the Bountiful Doom, which is just getting one of the bosses each time if you're working the bounties. The rest are pretty much a little bit of bounty related, but also just street related. And you want to find this purple area here. So you've got 1 feat each for getting Grodd, Cheetah, Manta 20 times each. For Giganta, you need to get her 25 times each, but the rest are just 20 a pop. And those are individual feats. If you get each of those feats, it'll automatically give you the Bountiful Beatings, which gives you the Bounty Hunter title, which I'll be showing you running around doing this as Volmy because I was really wanting to get him that title. Source of robot parts, 333 source empowered Lexcor robots. Now it took us a little bit to figure out exactly which they were, since they weren't labeled as clearly as we would have liked. I'll show you those guys. Propaganda Party Pooper, that'll be the Lexcor Doom propaganda stuff. Now I thought it was the graffiti included in that, but that was not correct. As I found out after doing many graffitis. So it's really just the displays, which I'll show you. And there's the Wrecker Trekker, which is Lexcor Vehicles, which is mostly cars, but there are some like Quinjet helicopter looking things that will also count for that. And Turret Toppling, which is the Lexcor turrets, which are pretty self-explanatory, figuring out which ones they are. The Ultraviolet Deconstruction is probably one of the trickier of them. It's, as you might expect, it's hunting down the ultraviolets, but it's specifically the constructs, which you got to be a little bit careful in hunting them, just to make sure you get the right ones. Now for the robots, it's these little gold things or bug-looking things that are over by Giganta. These are the Lexcor robots that you need for the robot parts feat. And you need 300 of them. If you're working on your Giganta bounties, it's easy to do these while you're waiting on her to spawn, or just while you're running your dailies, or if you just knock them all out. Now here's an example of one of the vehicles for the Lexcor vehicles, and you can see there's a little glowing box that'll be down there under the right hand side of it. And you can follow along this road. There's usually half a dozen of these cars up along the road, and then there's some of the Quinjets around the other side, so you can find them spaced throughout. Now for the Ultraviolets, look for a group that specifically has a construct. I avoid the groups that do not. You see that really brightly colored one? That's usually a construct. They usually have that brighter glowing color. And you want to target the construct first, because the thrall there controls the construct. So if you kill the thrall first, the construct just disappears and you don't get any credit for it, which I'll show you that here in just a sec. Find another group. Here's a group and there's a construct, but what I'm going to do is target the thrall and kill the thrall first, and you'll see the construct, both constructs there behind him just disappear, and you don't get credit for that. So focus on the constructs first when you're doing that. Now here's the display that you need for the propaganda feat, and it's pretty easy. They respawn, so usually any of these big building covers, like that one up at the front, and also this one where that wall is, there's one that usually pops up, and it will when we're done with this turret. Here's the turrets for the Lexcor turret buster feat. Pretty self-explanatory there. There's a display that pops back up, and there's another one on the back side of the zone. So all you do is fly up, your E will pop up, click it, and then boom, you're done. And just do that a whole bunch of times. Now this is what got me screwed up. I got a whole bunch of these graffiti things, but these are not part of the feat. They will count as part of your count for the daily, but as far as trying to get the feat for that propaganda feat, it doesn't do any good. Now, just as a side note, something we noticed is that when you're near the bounties, most of them you can get fairly close and it's no big deal, which I thought was kind of interesting. Like here I like watching Wonder Woman and Cheetah fight. But if you get a little bit too curious and get in too close, like Valmy does trying to get a screenshot here, things don't always work out well for us. Anyway, good luck with the Feats, and I hope you enjoyed this content. Hit like and subscribe if you did, and happy gaming, and better luck than me.